Hey guys! I'm Joey.
I'm Troy.
And welcome back to the KotLC Fanbase channel. Today we are going over an updated fan cast for the new KotLC movie.
We spent over an hour researching different actors that we thought were age appropriate for each role, and we are going to walk you through them. And we'd like to know in the comments which characters that you think strongly represent the characters and which ones you would maybe recast.
Before we get into the video, make sure to leave a like.
Subscribe down below for more content like this. And using the link in the description, make sure to pre-save while this streams Keefe's version coming to you Friday, May 17th. It's going to be a great song, so make sure to check it out.
Let's get into the first fan cast.
Alright, let's start off with the most important character, Sophie Foster. For Sophie Foster, we are fan casting JoJo Siwa. Just kidding, guys. Obviously, we're not casting JoJo Siwa. Just wanted to play a prank on you.
So, for Sophie Foster, I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty hard to find some good teen actors for Sophie Foster, but we settled on Shea Rudolph for Sophie Foster. As you can see, she has blue eyes, but that can obviously be changed with contacts. A lot of these things can be changed very quickly, such as hairstyle, eye color, all that stuff. She looks very similar to Sophie.
She looks the part. Now, the next big character that we want to cast and that has taken a big role in the more later books in this series is Keefe Sencen. First, we wanted to chat about Walker Scobell.
So, we have heard and seen so many comments about Walker Scobell being potentially casted for Keefe.
Walker Scobell does look like Keefe if we dyed his hair blonde. He has the blue eyes, he has the nice bright smile, but I do think that Walker Scobell is busy with his own projects. He's acting in the Percy Jackson series, which I'm sure is going to continue on. So I don't know if he has time to be a big character for Keefe Sencen. And he's also acting in, I think, a Legend of Zelda sort of movie.
Basically, we just felt it was better to just keep him separate. You know, he's doing his own thing. We want him to be successful off of that. And think of how cool it would be if we have our own, like, new, unknown teen actor to become the next, you know, Walker Scobell to be famous like that. That's what I think.
Yeah, because Walker Scobell was never a big thing before Percy Jackson. So the actor we chose was Cameron Crovetti.
So Cameron Crovetti is a 16-year-old actor, and I think it's pretty safe to say he looks the part of Keefe. I mean, he has that sort of messy hair kind of type, dirty blondish, so I mean, I think it looks really similar to Keefe.
We're gonna have to bleach it, and we're gonna have to play with it a little bit.
For Fitzvacker, we chose Jacob Morel, and he is a 17-year-old actor.
Now, this would be a more obscure choice. We had to actually find him through his website. He's a great singer, he's a great actor, and he has actually won some awards for Best Teen Actor, and so I think he looks the part, and he would put a lot of energy and time and just passion into this role.
For Dex Disney, we chose Jackson Robert Scott, and he is a 15-year-old actor who has sort of that strawberry blonde-ish hair. You redo his hair a little bit, I think he's a perfect fit for Dex.
He's just got that nerdy, youthful energy that we love to see from Dex, and I'm just imagining him having his first kiss with Sophie and it being so awkward. Like, I can see that happening.
And next up, Biana Vacker, and we chose Hayla Finley to play Biana. And I mean, guys, I'm gonna be honest, when I first, I saw this image when I was searching for Fancast, this one caught my eye immediately, and I was like, oh my gosh, that is Biana. And the best part is, she is only 14, which means she has a lot of time to mature and play into this role.
Now, I had a similar reaction when I saw this actor for Stina, and Stina Hex would be played by Ariana Greenblatt. I think if we curled the hair a little bit, she would be the perfect boss energy, like the leader of her minions and the bad girl at school.
Next up, we have a sort of popular actor for Morella, McKenna Grace, and I feel like she really fits like the Morella aesthetic. You know, she can she has already stuff on her hair, she can curl her hair a little bit, get those braids in, and I think it's a really good fit for Morella. For
Marika, we put Storm Reed, who is a famous teen actor, has been in a bunch of stuff recently that I've seen. He looks like a boss, and I feel like Marika looks like a boss, and so I just put two and two together. I love it.
Next up, and in my opinion, this might be like the best cast that we have in this video, is for Jency, and we have August Maturo. I don't know if I said that right, but I mean, look at this guy. This is literally Jency. He has the hair, he has the face shape, you know, the round face shape. This is Jency.
The curls, yeah. I love it. I'm obsessed with this pick. Now, for Wiley Endell, I don't know how much of a part he plays in the first book, but I just still wanted to cast him. We have Khalil Harris looking sharp in this picture. He looks nice, and I think he would play a great Wiley Endell.
Next up, for Grady, who will be playing a pretty big part in the first book, we have Jake Austin Walker. And, you know, this guy has the similar haircut, rugged look. You know, he's tall. I think he plays a perfect Grady. You can just imagine him, you know, like wrestling animals out in the yard doing work. I think it's really good.
And I want to mention that in the first book, Sophie describes Grady looking like a rock star, and I think Jake Austin Walker has that look. For Adeline Ruin, we had to put Bryce Dallas Howard. She is just the cutest soul on the planet, and I think she radiates motherly joy, and so I think she would fit perfectly under Adeline.
And red hair. Next up for Alden, who also does play a very, very big role in the first book and hopefully the first movie, is Taylor Lautner.
We know him for his Shark Boy, but he has matured into a nice young man, and he would actually be a perfect Alden. And you'll see as we go through the backers that they all kind of resemble each other with this same distinct look. So next up we have Alvar Vacker, who we casted as Noah Schnapp. Noah Schnapp, we obviously know him for Stranger Things and being younger, but he's matured into a more adult figure, and I think he would fit perfectly as Fitz's older brother.
I can definitely see it. Let's move on to Della. For Della, we chose Alexa Demi.
First of all, love her, and second of all, I think she fit perfectly as Della. She has that strong woman vibes that I just love to see. You know, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous, and Della is beautiful and she's gorgeous, so it's just the perfect match.
Next up, Elwyn, and this is a really, really good pick in my opinion. We have Timothy Chalamet. I think he really embodies, you know, Elwyn's goofiness and his attitude. He has the hair. I don't know if you guys have seen the official art of Elwyn. I can definitely imagine him, you know, treating Sophie the multiple times she visits him in the healing center in book 1.
If anyone has seen the new Willy Wonka movie with Timothy Chalamet, you'll see that he has a really goofy side and he has a really whimsical feel to his character there, and so he can do it exactly here with Elwyn.
For Lady Gisela, we have Emily Van Camp.
She has that kind of innocent look, but if you look at that picture enough, you'll see that there's an evil side to it, I promise.
Yeah, I can really tell. There's just that underlying feeling that she might be evil.
We're gonna need that foreshadowing in the movie, and I think that Emily Van Camp will be doing a great job foreshadowing.
Next up, we have Lord Cassius. A fan submitted this in while we were live streaming, and we looked at it and we were like, oh, this is perfect, you know? We compared him on the live stream and it was just perfect. We knew it the moment we saw it. This is just Lord Cassius, 100%.
And that is Tom Felton.
Take a look, you know him probably as Draco Malfoy, but we're gonna know him now as Lord Cassius.
Next up, we have Quinlan, who plays a big part in the Atlanta scene in the first book, and for Quinlan, we put Daniel Kaluuya. We know him, we love him. I think he would be a perfect actor, and I would personally just want to see him. I don't really imagine what Quinlan looks like, to be completely honest, because we only spend just a couple of paragraphs with him, but I think it's a great fit.
Now, for Councillor Orlai, we have Taylor Swift.
Mother, mommy, goddess, legend.
Can you just imagine having Taylor Swift in a movie?
Icon.
Yeah.
And can we talk about the way that her hair and her makeup in some of these pictures just perfectly embodies the look that we think Orlai would have? She's just like a princess. Taylor Swift is a princess, and she would fit so well as a counselor.
Now, for Councillor Kenrick, we have Rupert Grint.
You may know him as Ron, but like I said before, he's grown up into a more adult figure, and I think he would work great as a counselor. Can't wait to personally see the romance between Rupert Grint and Taylor Swift as they smile at each other and blush and make little jokes and comments. It's gonna be great. Obviously, he's a redhead just like Kenrick, and I think this is a great fit overall.
Now, for the last of the counselors that are pretty prominent in book 1, we have Councillor Bronte, and we picked Robert Pattinson to play him. He has that crop cut, you know, he has that sharp jawline that we all know Bronte has, and I think if you can imagine him being, you know, kind of cold and then eventually, you know, opening up to Sophie.
Right, and if you compare them side to side, I mean, there's barely a difference. This is the best Bronte that we're ever gonna get, so just take it. And remember, a lot of these people that we think are super old, like Councillor Bronte is super old, they look like any other adult.
Yeah.
So we have to keep that in mind when we're casting these counselors as ancients. We're gonna have someone that looks like Robert Pattinson, but with those elf ears.
Now, since we're in the first book, she is going to be visiting Foxfire, so we have to cast Dame Alina, and we chose Jennifer Lopez.
All right, guys.
That about wraps it up for our fan cast. I really want to see if you guys agree with our picks.
Let us know in the comments down below. It was so much fun to see what people like in the real world would it be to play these characters that we think have these distinct looks and these distinct features. It was challenging. It took us over an hour, but we think we did pretty well. So I want you to let us know how we did in the comments down below.
Leave a like if you enjoyed our picks and you are excited for the KotLC movie. Hopefully we'll get more news about it soon, and whenever we do, we will be there with a video.
Subscribe down below. We're posting a lot of videos and some more shorts recently. Check those out. And hit the notification bell so you get notified every time we post a new video. Make sure to pre-save Wildest Dreams Keefe's version. I'll play a little bit of a snippet just because you stayed till the end.
Say you remember me, lending you my warm cloak, walking through the cold snow, babe.
That's it. Thank you so much for listening. I can't wait for you to hear the whole song. If you pre-save with Spotify and share your email address with me, I will send you a copy of the first verse early.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.
Bye!